Let me ask you something honest. When was the last time you felt proud of yourself? Not for someone else, not for likes or approval, truly deeply proud of who you are becoming. If you had to pause before answering that, this video is for you, because somewhere between the dreams you had at 22 and the life you are living right now, something got lost. Not your potential, not your intelligence, something quieter than that. Stay with me, because this story might change how you see your entire life. His name was Daniel, 34 years old. Manchester, England, project manager at a mid-sized logistics company. Decent salary, stable job, nice apartment. From the outside, nothing was wrong, but Daniel had a feeling he could not name. It sat in his chest every Sunday evening, a low, dull weight, like he was watching his life from behind glass. He was not failing, but he was not winning either. And somehow, that felt worse. Daniel had big plans at 25. A side business, a book idea, a savings target, a body he wanted to build. 9 years later, none of it existed. Not because he was lazy. He worked hard. He stayed late. He said yes to everything at work, but he came home empty. Saturday on the couch, watched other people's highlight reels, fell asleep, woke up, repeated. He told himself he was tired, and he was. Not physically, but spiritually. He watched a guy from his university announce a 6-figure business on LinkedIn. Same degree, same city, 2 years younger. He clicked off the phone and stared at the ceiling. What is wrong with me? He thought. Nothing was wrong with him, but something was missing. He was spending his best hours on other people's priorities, and his worst hours on nothing at all. He had no system for himself, no protected time, no direction, no daily proof that he was moving, and without that proof, the doubt grew louder every single month. It was a Tuesday in February. Daniel's father called him, not for anything serious, just to check in. Near the end of the call, his father said something casual, something he probably did not even think about. How is that business idea going? The one you told me about in 2019? Daniel went quiet. I haven't started it yet, Dad. Silence. Then his father, a retired electrician who had worked 6 days a week for 30 years, said this. Daniel, I used to tell myself I'd do things later too. Later never came. Don't wait for later. He hung up. Daniel sat in his car for 11 minutes without moving. He was not angry. He was not sad. He was clear. For the first time in years, he was completely clear. He had been treating his personal goals like optional tasks, things to do when life slowed down. But life never slows down. It only fills up. He needed to stop waiting for time. He needed to create it. The system, the first hour rule. That night, Daniel built something simple. He called it the first hour rule. Not because it was revolutionary, because it was true. The idea was this: whoever gets your first hour gets the best version of you right now. That was your employer, your phone, your inbox. What if it was you? 3 steps. That is all it was. Step 1, own the first 60 minutes of your day. Before email, before news, before anyone else's agenda, 60 minutes. Entirely yours. Daniel split it simply, 20 minutes of physical movement, not a full gym session, just enough to wake the body and signal to his brain that today was intentional. 20 minutes of focused work on his one personal goal. Just one, not 5-1, and 20 minutes of reading or learning directly connected to that goal. 60 minutes. That is 4% of your day. Most people give 100% of their best hours to other people and wonder why they feel empty. Step 2, protect it like a meeting with your CEO. Daniel stopped treating his morning like free time. He scheduled it. He told his partner. He went to bed 45 minutes earlier to make it real. He understood something that most people never do. Discipline is not about willpower. It is about design. When the environment is right, the behavior follows. Step 3, measure weeks, not days. He aimed for 5 out of 7 mornings, because 5 is sustainable. 5 builds identity. 5 over 90 days is 450 extra hours invested in yourself. Do the math, 450 hours in your craft, your health, your goals. That is not a hobby, that is a second education. Week 3 was hard, he missed 2 mornings. Then a third. Work got heavy, his alarm went off at 5:45, and he felt nothing but resistance. He opened his notes app at 11 p.m. one night and typed, "Maybe this is not for people like me." He almost believed it, but he did not delete the alarm. He just moved it to 6:15, reduced the session to 40 minutes for that week. He showed up anyway, not perfectly, but consistently. And that difference, between showing up imperfectly and not showing up at all, that is where most people lose. By month 3, something quiet had shifted. He had built out 60% of his business plan. He had lost 9 pounds. He had read 4 books cover to cover. He had not watched a single Sunday pass with that weight in his chest. He was not successful yet by the world's definition, but he felt like himself again. At work, his manager pulled him aside after a presentation. "I don't know what has changed with you lately, Daniel, but you seem different, more focused." He smiled and said nothing, but inside he knew. 6 months later, he launched his consultancy as a side business. First client within 3 weeks, not millions, not viral, but real. Built-in mornings. In 60-minute windows in invisible effort. Here is what Daniel learned, and what I want you to carry with you today. Success is not built in big dramatic moments. It is built in mornings. In the 6 a.m. decisions no one sees, in the small work done consistently before the world wakes up. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not talent. It is not luck. It is not connection. It is hours. And the question is not whether you have enough hours. The question is, who are you giving them to? Most people never realize they are making that choice at all. Daniel realized it on a Tuesday in February, sitting in a cold car, his father's voice still in his ear. You are realizing it right now, so here is your challenge. Not tomorrow, today. 3 things. First, decide on one goal. Just one. The one that has been sitting in the back of your mind for too long. Write it down right now. Second, block the first 60 minutes of tomorrow morning. Put it in your calendar. Set the alarm tonight, not in the morning. Third, come back to this video in 30 days and tell me what changed. Comment below right now with the words "first hour" if you are committing to this. Not because it is a trend, because it is a contract with yourself. You are not behind. You are not too late. You have just been giving your best hours to everything except the life you actually want. That changes tomorrow morning. 5:45 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 6:30. Whatever time it is, make it yours. The world can wait 60 minutes. Your future cannot.